Huples cat. Part of getting ready for moving is to go into areas you haven't been into for years and clear them out. So I'm doing the understairs cupboard. And as you can see, I find what most people find, an inflatable air mattress. I'm going to rebox that and put it somewhere else. Old photographs, lots of old linens come in handy in SHTF, but we're just leaving them and not doing anything with them. And boxes and boxes and boxes of CDs. Reflecting mostly Kitty's taste. Good series, that. So that's the understairs. Emptied out, ready for vacuuming. Some of the stuff will be reboxed and put in there, put in proper boxes. Some of it will be thrown out, some will be sent to Goodwill. What I had under the stairs is an emergency food reserve, specifically put in there for a nuclear attack or radiation issue. Some of it long since expired, but okay, and some of it not very good. So I'm going to get it all out, and I'm going to put it in a way that you can look at it and see what I put away, and what I'm going to throw now, and what I'm going to keep, and how I'm going to keep it. First thing I learned is those plastic under the bed containers are absolutely brilliant for storage, but if you have to move them, they break easily. So to actually evacuate and take this with you, having stored it in something you can't move easily, is a really bad idea. I haven't gone through the 4 boxes yet. In good condition, they're actually not too bad for transportation, but I want stuff in plastic and I want it sealed, and I got some buckets for it. But this is what I got so far, and what I found is that I have a lot of oatmeal, which is a good idea, a little bit of fruit, not a lot of it. I have quite a lot of olives, both tin and in the plastic, which I think is good. A little bit of fish, even though I'm vegan, a bit of water just in case, tiny bit of salt. Really small amount of spices, I would have liked more than that. But a fair amount of peas and corn and all the rest of stuff you'd expect to find. Some of it in glass and some of it in tin. I'd probably use this, I've looked at all the tins, the only tin that has a problem is this one, and it's dented. It looks in good condition otherwise, so I'll boil it and I will use it. When did it expire? 2017. Probably decent shape, I'm going to try that. The only other 2 things that I have expired here, the powdered peanut butter. I was very excited when I saw this product in Costco back in the day, but it actually costs about 3 times as much as regular peanut butter, and it expires just as quickly. There's no actual benefit in powdered peanut butter. It still goes rancid. This is pretty much darn certain these are rancid, so they're going to go out. But otherwise, I'm quite happy with this food. I don't plan to use it. I'm going to put it in little containers once I've sorted this out, so it's ordered and I have mixed variety in each container, and I'll show you that. But I'm quite pleased with it. It actually was a pretty good idea. Wouldn't last me and Kitty that long, but would last us long enough, I figured, if we were stuck under the stairs. Some water, really nice. I put in a whole bunch of soap for decontamination, Ziploc bags for sodas, and a few other bits and pieces, as you can see there. On average, a well-stocked 5-gallon bucket will last one person about 28 days on minimal rations, and I kind of think the boxes are equivalent to that. As you can see, I just put the stuff in and it's looking pretty good. Bearing in mind this has been temperature controlled. So there you have it. This is what I stored up about 5 years ago, specifically for use in a nuclear attack or radiation event under the stairs. Well, what's missing? A can opener is very much missing. Should have at least 2 or 3 can openers here. There isn't a one. I have a little bit of coffee. That'd probably be taken without water, just chewed every so often. Quite a lot of cheap dog food and some soups that have probably gone off, but I'll keep them anyway. Powder coffee. A whole bunch of non-vegan products that are calorie dense. I am vegan now. In SHF they won't be. And there is some 5-year-old Premium Plus crackers. Let's see what they taste like, shall we? They look okay. Most foods will be okay with a little bit of taste loss. Okay, so I have 4 crackers. They taste a little bit stale. Edible, but pretty much on the cusp of it. And a little moist. These are at least 5 or 6 years old. Not bad. They're going to get dumped. I think it was a good idea to have some crackers. Excuse me. Bread's going to be one of those things we're going to miss. and in this container there is 0 flour. I have quite a bit of flour stored up in other containers. This literally was just the stuff that I bought just for under the stairs about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. I think there was some saber rattling going on, and it was only there in case I needed to quickly enter the basement and I didn't want to go above ground to get the stuff out of the garage for a while, if I had no notice. But there is some treats in here. So the quinoa chocolate cookies will go upstairs and Kitty will try them. I'm also going to get her to try and use this up. Tomato doesn't last that long, and this is long since expired, 2016. Going to use them, see if they're any good, throw them out and I'm going to try them. The rest of the stuff actually should be okay. Now, one of the things I always preach is white rice is bad for you. There is no white rice here at all. There is garbanzo beans, green lentils, some brown rice. Whether that's rancid or not, I don't know, but it looks okay, so I'm keeping it. A little bit of pasta, some polenta, pre-mylar bagged for me, some ancient grains, always a good thing to have, some rosti. Again, you can eat this quickly. Fun things, seed starting soil pellets. No seeds, but I have them. And this is a glass bottle of coconut oil. Unrefined organic. If you're going to store this, don't get this type. Glass bottle's a good idea. You want to have virgin or extra virgin written on it. It will last longer. As you can see, it's expired. Looks okay. Upstairs, Kitty can try it out. Cheap spams will last forever. And there's a whole bunch of fun stuff here that if I was a carnivore I'd be happy to get. Like smoky bacon cheese sliders. A fast way of getting calories in and grid down. Yeah. That's what I got. I did have a pot scrubber and also a sealer, which is a good idea. There's some playing cards there in the yellow and a big fan for me to keep myself cool. Some crayons with a built-in sharpener, both for tinder and also for passing the time of day. Small sewing kit and a mirror. Very good things are mirrors. So now I have to pack it all away. So generally I use the gamma lid so you can take them on and off. I went for cheapness this time because this stuff is really last-ditch SHTF. It's not going to get rotated. So one of the things you need to do is have at least one of these to get these off. As you can see, I've labelled what's in there. I'm not the world's most organised. So other than a few sachets of lifeboat water and a few trash bags, that's it for these 3 buckets. And as you can see, I have other stuff to put away in buckets. What I'm going to do with this, I'm going to specifically put the dog food in one container. Maybe 2 containers. I have more than this obviously, but this was just what was under the stairs. So there's the fruits of my labours. 9 buckets of expired and old calories that I would use if I had to, and I've sealed them up because I don't want to ever use that food, but if it's there and I can use it if I have to. So there is in fact quite a bit of stored stuff floating around, and I have to bag this up, but what I will do with this is I will leave it in the original bags and put it in a bucket. It's best to leave stuff in the original bags if you can. So yeah, you can see the dust on that. That's a portaloo, something you really do need in grid down, and also the ability to use cloth and clean them easily and quickly and properly for pooping. Because we can't just use the litter tray, can we, Biscuit? No. There's also some spare dog food floating around still, and there's a few bits and pieces sorted out here. It looks a terrible mess, but actually it's been sorted through a couple of times. The next project, actually get this sorted out and then put it into proper containers that aren't too heavy but are durable. These will not be mouse proof. That was it for me. That was a good project. I'm glad I did it. I only did it because I'm moving soon, and hopefully sooner rather than later. Anyway, that's all from me. If you like this, please give me a subscription or a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down and ban me from your life forever. Have a great day. Doodles. On average, a well-stocked 5-gallon bucket will last one person about 28 days. This was a Biscuit Cat 2021 production. This was a Marmalade Cat 2021 production.